Imagine waking up each day with a sense of unshakable purpose, as if the world's chaos moves around you but never touches your inner calm. Life throws challenges, unexpected turns, and invisible pressures at every moment, yet some people glide through it as if nothing can break them. This isn't luck or chance, it's about the small, deliberate choices we make every single day. Stoic philosophy teaches us that invincibility doesn't come from avoiding hardship. It comes from mastering the way we live our daily life, moment by moment, decision by decision. Stoicism isn't just an ancient school of thought, it's a way of living that transforms ordinary routines into acts of courage and clarity. The Stoics observed the world not with despair, but with quiet attention, finding strength in habits, reflections, and intentional actions. Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Think of the farmer who rises before dawn, tending to his fields despite storms, or the mother balancing work and children while keeping a calm heart. These simple, consistent acts echo the essence of Stoic wisdom. They build resilience and a subtle, unshakable power. So, what are these choices that quietly shape a life of invincibility? What daily decisions, practiced with awareness, can turn ordinary people into someone who navigates life's storms with poise? Before we reveal the answers, we have to pause and ask ourselves, are we ready to notice the patterns in our own lives that either weaken or strengthen us, and to step into the discipline that transforms ordinary existence into something extraordinary? If you want, I can also make an even punchier, ultra-dramatic version that feels cinematic and perfectly hooks viewers in YouTube style. Do you want me to do that? Decision 1. I decide to start today with gratitude. Imagine waking up and choosing, just for a moment, to notice the world differently. The morning sun spilling through your window, the warm aroma of coffee, or the laughter of someone nearby, simple things that slip past when life moves fast. Gratitude isn't just a polite thought, it's a deliberate stance. Seneca once wrote, "Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart." Even a humble farmer in a small village who loses crops to a storm can choose to focus on the seeds that survived, the land still fertile, and the hands ready to work again. Starting the day with gratitude is like donning an invisible armor that softens hardship and sharpens clarity. Life throws a constant parade of chaos at us. Traffic jams, social media quarrels, deadlines, and arguments. The Stoics teach us the power of observation, watching events without immediately tagging them as good or bad. Marcus Aurelius noted, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." Picture a child spilling milk. A parent can scream, curse, or simply see it happen and respond with calm efficiency. Observing without judgment isn't indifference. It's a conscious choice to understand reality before reacting. This daily decision builds a quiet strength that feels almost magical in the frenzy of modern life. Words carry weight, more than we often realize. Every conversation is a battlefield where we can wound or heal, confuse or clarify. The Stoics remind us that silence is often wiser than speech, but intentional speech is more powerful than careless chatter. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Think of a storyteller in a village square who captures hearts with a few well-chosen sentences rather than endless noise. Choosing each word carefully is a daily decision that builds influence, respect, and a presence that others instinctively trust. Night falls, and the world quiets, but our minds rarely do. A Stoic ritual is to review the day, acknowledging victories, mistakes, and moments of learning. Imagine a sailor after a stormy voyage sitting by the fire and recalling each wave, each maneuver, each risk taken. That reflection is not guilt or self-reproach, it's preparation. Seneca reminds us, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. Ending the day intentionally teaches resilience, humility, and wisdom. the invisible threads that, day by day, weave invincibility. Decision 2. I decide not to distance myself from someone who makes me better. Imagine standing at a crossroads of life, surrounded by noise, distractions, and people who drain your energy. Then there's that one person, a mentor, friend, or colleague whose presence sharpens your mind, steadies your heart, and inspires courage. Choosing to stay close to them is a Stoic act of wisdom, not convenience. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By surrounding yourself with those who bring out your best, you're quietly shaping your character, almost like a sculptor chipping away at stone to reveal a hidden masterpiece. Life is full of moments that push, pull, and test our patience. Instead of fleeing, the Stoics remind us to see challenges as lessons waiting to be understood. Epictetus said, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are." Consider a young blacksmith learning his craft. Each blister and mistake is a step toward mastery. By choosing to face difficulties instead of avoiding them, we build resilience, insight, and the kind of inner strength that whispers quietly but firmly, "I am unbreakable." Every day, we're tempted by shortcuts, distractions, and busy work. Yet the Stoics warn us that the most precious resource is our attention, not our schedule. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Picture a storyteller passing down wisdom to children under a fading sunset. Every moment is deliberate, every story a chance to shape young minds. Choosing how we spend our time, instead of letting life pull us aimlessly, is a daily decision that strengthens both clarity and purpose. Words are more than sounds. They are the bridges or walls we build between ourselves and the world. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that honesty and integrity matter more than popularity or comfort. Epictetus observed, "If you wish to be a writer of wisdom, first be honest with yourself." Think of a village elder who, despite pressure, tells the truth that protects the community rather than yielding to gossip. Choosing your words carefully each day builds a reputation, a moral backbone, and a quiet power that others instinctively respect. Decision 3. I decide to do one small thing today that I haven't done before. Imagine waking up and choosing to take a tiny step outside your usual world. A conversation you've been avoiding, a path you've never walked, a book you've never opened. The Stoics remind us that growth is often born in small, deliberate actions. Seneca once said, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Even a child who dares to try a first ride on a bicycle, wobbling and falling, discovers courage and balance that stick for life. That small act, seemingly insignificant, can ripple into unshakable confidence over time. Modern life is a constant rush, deadlines, notifications, fleeting moments. Stoic wisdom encourages us to slow down and value patience. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "No great thing is created suddenly." Think of a potter shaping clay, hands steady, eyes focused, each rotation deliberate. Every patient choice builds skill, judgment, and resilience. By committing to patience each day, we train ourselves to endure, observe, and respond wisely rather than react impulsively. Life often hides its deepest lessons in ordinary moments. A stranger's kindness, a sudden change of weather, a brief argument, they all carry meaning if we choose to see it. Epictetus said, "Difficulties show what men are." Picture a village elder observing children play in the mud. Patience, teamwork, and empathy emerge from seemingly trivial events. Noticing these lessons daily transforms ordinary experiences into a powerful toolkit for self-mastery and growth. Too often, we wait for grand achievements to feel accomplished, ignoring the quiet victories along the way. The Stoics valued recognition of progress over perfection. Seneca observed, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." Even a farmer who harvests one extra basket of fruit than yesterday, or a student who finally masters a small concept, can find pride and momentum in these small wins. Each tiny celebration strengthens motivation, resilience, and the inner confidence that makes one feel truly invincible. Decision 4. I decide to do something I love for once today, for no reason. Imagine a day where, for a moment, you give yourself permission to simply enjoy something: playing the guitar, walking barefoot in the grass, or sketching a quick doodle. The Stoics remind us that life isn't only about duty or struggle. It's also about cultivating joy in the small moments. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them." Even a humble village musician who plays for his own delight, without audience or applause, discovers a quiet freedom that strengthens the soul. Choosing joy for its own sake is a radical act of self-respect and resilience. Life often feels mechanical, a series of tasks we rush through. Yet the Stoics teach that wonder can awaken the mind. Seneca wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for a kindness or a marvel." Picture a child marveling at a single butterfly, or a farmer noticing the patterns in clouds. By consciously noticing beauty, absurdity, or novelty around us, we transform ordinary routines into moments of reflection, creativity, and subtle power. This daily choice nurtures attentiveness and emotional richness that make us feel alive. Joyful laughter isn't trivial. It's medicine for the spirit. Epictetus reminded us, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. But freedom is also found in the playful spirit. Imagine a blacksmith, covered in soot, cracking a joke with a neighbor in the village square. That fleeting moment of laughter isn't just fun. It's a reset, a way to break tension, and a reminder that life can be lighter even when heavy. Choosing to invite laughter is a daily decision that strengthens emotional resilience. The greatest gift we can give ourselves is attention to now. Stoic philosophers valued the art of presence as much as discipline. Marcus Aurelius observed, "Confine yourself to the present. Even a baker kneading dough or a shepherd watching sheep can find a profound meditation in the act itself." By allowing ourselves to fully inhabit a single moment, we cultivate calm, focus, and a grounded sense of purpose, an inner invincibility that no storm of life can shake. Decision 5. I decide to learn from my failures, not punish myself. Imagine standing in the ruins of a plan gone wrong, feeling the sting of disappointment, but choosing to see it as a teacher rather than a tormentor. The Stoics remind us that failure is not a mark of shame. It's a mirror showing us where growth awaits. Seneca wrote, "Every man suffers injuries in life, but he is truly harmed only by those he despairs over." Picture a potter whose vase cracks during shaping. Instead of discarding it, he studies the fracture, learns from it, and crafts the next one stronger than before. Each failure, when met with curiosity instead of self-punishment, becomes a stepping stone toward resilience and quiet invincibility. Fear often paralyzes us, whispering that mistakes define us. Stoic philosophy flips this notion. Fear is a guide, not an enemy. Marcus Aurelius noted, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Consider a young villager approaching the first public speech of his life. His knees shake, his voice quivers, but stepping into fear, he discovers courage he didn't know existed. Choosing to face fear daily, without denying it or letting it control you, transforms vulnerability into strength. The Stoics teach the power of honest reflection, examining choices without falling into self-criticism. Epictetus said, "We are not disturbed by events, but by the views which we take of them." A farmer looking over a failed harvest can mourn losses, but reflection allows him to plan, improve, and prepare for next season. Daily reflection, without regret, trains the mind to learn, adapt, and respond wisely, rather than react destructively. It turns past mistakes into a rich repository of insight and courage. After learning, facing fear, and reflecting, the final choice is to continue with deliberate intention. Stoicism teaches that life is measured in actions aligned with virtue, not in perfection. Marcus Aurelius observed, "To every act of your life as though it were the last. Even a child who stumbles while learning to run will rise and keep stepping forward." Choosing to move forward daily, despite mistakes and uncertainty, cultivates an inner invincibility, a quiet power that is not shaken by failure, but strengthened by it. Decision 6. I decide to question my fears, not run from them. Imagine standing at the edge of a dark forest, heart pounding, yet choosing to take a step forward instead of retreating. Fear whispers that danger is everywhere, but Stoicism teaches us to examine it, not escape it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Consider a young shepherd confronting a pack of wolves for the first time. By observing, questioning, and understanding the threat, he turns terror into careful action rather than panic. Each moment we question our fears, we uncover strength hidden beneath anxiety. Life's uncertainties can feel like endless storms, yet the Stoics remind us that uncertainty is a master teacher. Seneca said, "It is not that we are given a short life, but we make it short, and we waste much of it." A fisherman casting nets into unknown waters may not catch a single fish, yet each attempt teaches patience, strategy, and adaptation. Choosing daily to embrace the unknown allows us to grow wiser, more resilient, and increasingly capable of navigating life's unpredictable currents. Courage is not just the absence of fear, it's the ability to act in alignment with our deeper values. Epictetus observed, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Imagine a village healer deciding whether to treat a dangerous illness despite warnings. Listening to his inner compass guides his hands and heart, even when the world doubts him. Daily attention to this inner voice strengthens self-trust and gives direction when fear would otherwise paralyze. Action in the presence of fear is the gateway to invincibility. Marcus Aurelius reflected, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. A child learning to climb a high tree may tremble and hesitate, but each upward step builds courage that will last a lifetime." Choosing to act despite fear transforms anxiety into momentum, creating a quiet, unshakable strength that grows with every brave decision. You stayed with me until the end, and that in itself is a choice. A choice to reflect, to pause, and to explore what it means to grow stronger each day. Remember, invincibility isn't about never feeling fear, doubt, or struggle. It's about learning to move through them with awareness, courage, and intention. The Stoics didn't promise a life without challenges. They showed that by making deliberate daily decisions, by questioning, observing, and acting with purpose, we can become unshakable from the inside out. So take a moment tonight, look back on your day, and ask yourself, which choice can I make tomorrow that will inch me closer to the invincible version of myself?